Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Strategic Mind Blitzkrieg. This is a special bonus episode brought to you by my Patreon supporter Pumnarao. With that said, let's continue. I'm gonna move these guys. Across the river. So let's do it. They can take this. Obviously that doesn't really get me a whole lot yet, but I need to get my infantry across here. Now from there, I need to work with some planes. It's interesting that using this makes it so that they won't make it anymore. What that means though is that I need to accept some losses here too. They have enough fuel, so I will kill this. Okay. And they are still allowed to go back at that point, basically. So from there means that they can now fly back. Oh, and 8. The problem is I need to take this intact. So I can't just go about and bomb it. I mean, at least they are a bit better now, and now I should be able to land units too around this area. Crap. I shouldn't have done that. I should have... Now they cannot get through. And they get their supplies from this thing. And oof. Okay, I know it's not operational, but it should be operational on the next turn, that is. So... At that, the port should now also be working, and I... Oh. Oh, I need to get in there all the way. Ah, okay. That's fair. Gonna bomb that though. Ooh. Very nice. They should not be getting supplies anymore. They don't. These guys probably also don't. Oh, they do. Well, I'll retake that. I have to say, taking that area was not easy. But it did work out reasonably well. Alright, so I got half of Krasnaya Sloboda, and I did get both of these. Technically, if I take the rest of Stalingrad, that should trigger what is very likely going to be a counteroffensive. I'm not 100% sure whether I'm going to be ready for it already. We'll see. I did. Yeah, that should be on damage. Purposely leave only weaker infantry. I took my best infantry down there because I really think I need those. And I think in Stalingrad itself, at that point I could take it pretty slow. Okay, that has to be the final artillery. That's an anti-tank. It's a bit weird that it doesn't trigger. But I can do that. They're already at 17. They're at 15. Wow. Seriously? I'm a bit shocked. Let's give this Stug a bit more XP. It's also certainly at 17. Now, to be honest, I have to go and expect the threat of an invasion to be pretty real. They're very likely to come at the flanks, so they'll take this and then start attacking from there, and then also from the bottom, taking this and then moving up. Naturally, I'm gonna want to prepare for that with a couple of powerful units at least, since we're practically done here. Anyway. And the unfortunate business is that they probably have AA there, so I also cannot just go and blow that up. Now I have all those artilleries there, with which I don't really know a whole lot what to do. I'll see how I'm going to handle that. Let's kill them off. Give myself a little bit more experience on those units. Now, next turn it's gonna be night. Which also means there is some benefit to at least allowing the enemy to spawn at that point, I think.
The Soviet heavy artillery has been neutralized.
Good. I see you excel not only in tank combat, but also in countering the enemy artillery.
Sure. I mean, there are maritime hubs, so you would think that I would actually be able to get supplies from the Volga, but I'm not too sure actually. Let's level up. I do not have the ability to put infantry in there. It's a pretty similar problem there, where hey. Here to use their double attack. Kill them. What? It's at 0. That's kind of sucky. Maybe should use that. Yeah. It's a shame of the experience. These guys will not be having any supply.
Our forces crushed the Russian resistance in Stalingrad. The defenders gave it their best. Fortunately, at this point, their best simply wasn't enough. The city is ours.
I have foreseen this, Hulda. We owe this success to my strategic genius and Providence itself.
I have grim news. Communist reinforcements have crushed our Romanian allies on our flanks. They are currently on the move to encircle our forces at Stalingrad. The situation is deteriorating even as we speak.
How many Russians can there be? Alright, it doesn't matter. As always, they rush into battle head first, underestimating our forces. I will organize a counteroffensive. These red commie bastards are about to break their teeth on it.
Good. Remember, Heinz, we must hold the supply depots to continue with this campaign. If we let them all fall into the Soviet hands, our troops will starve before the Reds can even take a shot at them.
Well, the thing is, shouldn't I be getting supplies from the ports? That's the way I see it. But sure. Now at this point, obviously I don't really know what's going on here. Let's see. They also have planes. It doesn't look like such a super powerful force. And these guys don't have any AA capabilities. Okay. These are bombers, if I'm not mistaken. Tactical bombers, yeah. Okay. I want to go here. Do you guys also have overrun? I think they do, yeah. Which is great because it means that I've dealt with the northern fighters at least. And it will be a bit easier to deal with their bombers then too. One more ammo, but it doesn't really matter if they run out of ammo. Because most likely there will not be any more fighters anyway. Where are you currently? There. Now it would not surprise me if they have more airplanes in the lower attack. But since I need to hold the... One, two, three, four. Never mind then. Cannot lose that airfield. Apparently it's bad business. I was hoping to get an overrun on that Katyusha there, but that's okay. It's not too shabby. Now, I'll block them. Let's see how much movement you have. They're very likely to go and take that supply point anyway, but I think staying... behind the river is probably fine enough. Let's see, because they have a movement of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even in that scenario, they can't attack like that. But I need to make sure that they cannot get hit by a bomber. Fine moving them here. Those things move the fastest, so I also want to take those guys out the fastest. Especially with some of those weaker tanks, I definitely want to stay behind certain lines or hide myself, like here, to benefit from the additional protection. And that will deal with itself. Doesn't mean that I want to be sending nothing through the seaport. This is a bit tricky because they very likely will have planes, but I don't think they'll be able to spot these. Right, I do need... I would like to get a recon too. Over down there. These are now actually in pretty grave danger all of a sudden. That's actually a pretty big deal. Certainly didn't think of that. Ah, crap. Fuck me. That's fine. Those are a little bit weird, but I can handle myself. Oh. That's also new. And Saki. Means things are going to take a bit longer because this is now not fixed. My units are in poor supplies again. Still have 3 ammunition. Ah, crud. Yeah, losing that one tactical bomber cost me 170 prestige. To be honest, I did not think that they would have planes in their counterattack. Because, yeah, I just kind of thought that would be weird. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. Now, to be honest, I don't need those fighters around there anymore, but let's do this for a little bit. They have an infantry on that. It's the 0 strength infantry. So taking those hexes shouldn't be a problem. And well, with them, I don't really need to kill anything. Also, because I actually kind of want them further down there. So even now, just damaging that should be good enough. Can now kill that with them. Get them a bit more experience. I do feel like the top line of units is relatively weak even. But I won't say anything about that. They did still have a tank there. Stalingrad itself is entirely cleared now. Of course, I do still need some of those units further down. Less enemy planes there are, the better. I'm certainly trying to get as close to that stuff as possible. You guys are... Yeah, that's fine. Sadly, both of those need to fly back too. It's the only thing they can reach, but it means at least I can kill another bomber. I'm still in trouble here as I actually kind of don't want to attack during the night turn. They'll be out of ammo. Okay, I'm still benefiting from moving these guys further south as much as possible. I really... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so they cannot get into range. We'll always be able to dispose of those guys, so it really shouldn't be an issue. Definitely rather be in supply. And I'll actually... I need to send some units down as well, because even though I've beaten that... I know there's still a KV there. No, the only problem now is that yes, is that one. I actually do need to go there. Right, I'll think about what to do with those bombers a little bit later. So, now that I've effectively dealt with that, now I can put you here pretty safely to prevent that tank from getting there. That's new. At 75% now. I certainly feel like I also need to send quite a few units across the river so that I can take all of that. So like there's a pretty long way to go in that regard. Oh, wait. I wasted all their movement now. But I forgot to check whether the Goliath... Yeah, exactly. Goliath mine is heavy equipment. So now they can't move, but it's still better than not doing anything. Let's get that recon 2. I have to be a bit wary. when it comes to some of that stuff, and I don't have much for the lower group of enemy units, so until I have air superiority, it's gonna be a bit dicey in that section too. 4, 5, 6, 7. They can go to either way. Okay. Now, with that being destroyed, I can't land my forces there anymore, but maybe next turn. Yeah, it's safe to assume that I will at the very least keep that, and thus all of my supplies with the top being beaten there. I'm going to send these to a transport position. Same as you. Send you all the way down. Naturally, crap. Those units are not making my life easy. It seems also like they're going that way now, but it's not gonna do a whole lot. There we go. Let's at least take that back. They're very close, actually. But they won't make it. First of all, I'll actually just put these guys and then these, and that's half of the encirclement force, which means the rest of these forces can now fully dedicate themselves to doing things down there. Though. Let's kill that. They cannot get close. That's fine. They'll be close enough on the next turn. Now, this allows me also to at least do a bit of a reveal here to see what's up. I need to get to the point where the enemy bombers are just straight up defeated. That's obviously not easy. Now that I know I can land, though, that helps a lot. This is the... No, they can attack 2 planes. I'd rather go for the furthest in the back then. And... I'll see. It's a bit tricky because... Yeah, you, for example, cannot go any further. I just need to do all the planes one by one. And I need this to get to 6, so I also pretty much need to put you in there. Might as well kill them too. These guys are in a little bit of trouble because they don't have any more ammunition. Certainly I can deal with that over time. I do have to deal with those 3 infantry units and that tank that decided to show itself over in that region too. But I'll come to that when the time is right. Okay, since I did defeat everything there, it's time for me to head down. I see the AI is retaking parts of Stalingrad and they are moving some units up. Now, I'll start there by blowing up their forward units. Seems like those didn't exactly make it, but that's fine. You can protect the airfield. So it's probably much easier to move like that, and I did kill everything up there. So this would kill it. Not quite sure whether that's exactly what I want, since it's a non-core unit. I'll leave that alive. With these non-core fighters, I'll try to damage the enemy bombers as much as possible. This is also quite useful because even though I'm not killing them, they're still getting very low on health. Which also means they're no longer going to be a threat. I killed 31 or 21 of the reinforcement forces. It's not too shabby. I think I can actually do this without it getting killed. And now I should at least be having a reasonable aim against them. Kill the tank. I'll retake this, and I certainly do hope that they won't send anything else down. I find it pretty interesting that they did that. I would not have expected them to potentially send forces from here even. But I guess it's pretty hard to judge. certainly get more reinforcements on the way. Currently at 83%, so I'm doing reasonably well. Given that each of these planes is probably 1% as well, I'm closer to 86. Huh. I guess they had a little bit more there than I expected. Interesting indeed. So we're looking to get in there. If they're already here, I can see them moving up pretty quickly at that. Let's anticipate sending these across the river too. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that most of those enemy forces will be down pretty quickly. From here on out. These guys will unfortunately very likely die now, but so they are still also sending boats. Yeah, let's go down. That's fine. Ideally, they'll just not take that altogether, and I can keep bombing here.
General, I heard that Army Group B was in dire straits. You can't handle this counteroffensive alone, and luckily, you won't have to. The cavalry's here.
You're right in the nick of time, Eric. The Fuhrer will not be pleased, however, as you abandoned the Caucasian campaign, didn't you? In direct violation of his orders, no less.
That's my bridge to cross when I reach it, and that will only happen after we're done with this wretched city. Right now, let's focus on our main problem, Stalingrad.
Please. I would have been able to beat these guys with my hands tied behind my back. I don't need Manstein to come and save me. Whatever. It's just, wow. Anyway, I'll wrap things up here. I want to thank you for watching. Do hope you enjoyed it. Special shout out to my Patreon supporters: Boomnerau, Digibastor, C Data, Swords, Mandingo, and Thomas Loftlin. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye.